Hey NASCAR, explain this to me. You already have a great racetrack that fans love and fans want to come back to, and it's already built. So explain to me why you would still leave this out to die in favor of some street course. Does that make any sense? No, but NASCAR's probably going to do it anyways. According to Adam Stern, it looks like NASCAR is getting closer to announcing a new street race in Chicago that would begin in 2023. It does look like that NASCAR is opening to dropping Road America from the schedule in 2023. Now I understand why maybe some people might be very excited about the intriguing possibility of racing on a street course. NASCAR doesn't have much, if any, experience racing on street courses, especially in the streets of Chicago. But racing in Chicago is not a good idea for many reasons. First of all, number one is the fact that we already have Chicagoland Speedway sitting right there. Now I understand Chicagoland Speedway is nowhere near the city of Chicago. It's about an hour away. And I kind of understand NASCAR's mindset. Steve Phelps has mentioned before that NASCAR's new motto is to be bold and innovative. I get that. And I do think having a street course would be something nice to try out. But if history tells us anything, more than likely street courses are not the way to go. In fact, I'm pretty sure the only street course that is liked by everyone is Long Beach. Looking into the street courses in F1, even Monaco is hated. Now, of course, if you want to know what the street course will possibly look like, NASCAR did hold an iRacing event at a scanned version of the streets of Chicago, but I understand why NASCAR is taking this initiative. Obviously, if you race in the middle of Chicago, or at least in the middle of any major American city, you're going to get a lot of people that are going to be able to watch this race. As to having a racetrack an hour away from Chicago, you're more than likely going to have a niche crowd of hardcore NASCAR fans rather than racing in downtown Chicago, which would be home to a lot of people, a lot of urban fans that may not be familiar with the sport. So I understand NASCAR's game plan. It's a new type of track that adds a little bit of flavor to the schedule and it brings in a completely different audience. Again, it makes sense. The issue is that, again, you have a well-built racetrack, Chicagoland Speedway, that is just waiting to be used and is already loved by fans. What you could do, since NASCAR, you do own this racetrack, do something like, I don't know, maybe update the facility you already have instead of trying something very new, very risky, and potentially flopping, while Chicagoland, especially with NASCAR's next-gen car exceeding our mile and a half racetracks, racing in Chicagoland would be a race fan's dream. And why get rid of Road America? Road America, again, is a well-beloved racetrack by fans and drivers, and I would be perfectly okay with Road America staying on the schedule. Getting rid of a well-established road course for a mandatory street course that you don't know if it's going to provide good racing or an absolute wreck fest is a big risk to take. Road America provides great racing. There's no reason to get rid of it. Again, I'm just saying, NASCAR, if you want to get rid of a racetrack, or at the very least, get rid of a track that already has 2 dates, like Kansas, Las Vegas, or Atlanta. There are numerous racetracks that have 2 dates that are extremely unnecessary. You could take one of those out and implement the Chicago street course and keep Road America. But to get rid of Road America is again ridiculous. As I mentioned, it has great racing, but also it has an incredible fan turnout. Road America was one of the few tracks that brought in over 100,000 fans for a NASCAR race, which is really impressive in 2022. Outside of Daytona. It's a huge slap in the face to not only the people that love Chicagoland, but it's also a slap in the face to the people of Road America that actually went out to support NASCAR, them coming to their city or to their state of Wisconsin, and then just kick them off to the side after a couple years is really, really unfair. Now, if NASCAR more than likely will be racing on the streets of Chicago, what are the best scenarios? Well, number one, like I said, get rid of a racetrack that has 2 dates. A Las Vegas, a Kansas, a Texas, or an Atlanta. Those would work, and keep Road America. Have the Chicago street course as a temporary racetrack. Let's say this, NASCAR races on the streets of Chicago, but instead of racing like what we've seen with F1 racetracks where they race for 10 plus years, have the Chicago street course only take place for maybe 2 or 3 years. Because then the people that don't know much about NASCAR, because that's what NASCAR is trying to attract by moving into the city of downtown Chicago. They want to get in a new type of fan that knows nothing about the sport. Having a street course in the heart of the city would do just that. It would bring in people that know nothing about the sport, and you could potentially bring in some new fans. What you can do is by racing at the street course for a few years, maybe 2 to 3 years, you build a sort of relationship between NASCAR and the city of Chicago and the people of Chicago, and sort of transition them to go to Chicagoland. NASCAR has not touched the city of Illinois since 2019. When NASCAR returns to the city in 2023, it'll be a 4-year-long wait. Lots of things can take place in even 2 years. Having a 4-year waiting period, more than likely that the people of Illinois in that city would know absolutely nothing about NASCAR. The only way I could see this working is if NASCAR uses the Chicago street course as a stepping stone to get people accustomed to NASCAR, the drivers, and how the sport works, and transition them to becoming fans so that they could attend the actual track that fans want, Chicagoland Speedway. NASCAR is doing this for one reason only, is to get a new type of fan base. That younger, more diverse, that 18 to 49 demographic type of fan that NASCAR has been dreaming of. Remember, NASCAR does have the oldest fan base, or at least one of the oldest fan bases in all of sports. Racing in the city of Chicago would get you a much younger demographic. Now, the most important thing is that while you are going to get a younger demographic to watch your race, most importantly, you have to figure out how to make them fans and not just watchers. You can have a bunch of people watching a race in Chicago, but if they're not fans, or if you don't get them interested into becoming race fans, then it's just useless. At least when you race at Chicagoland, you know people are going to be watching there because they are race fans. When you race in the city of Chicago, you're going to get a lot of people that don't know nothing about NASCAR. So NASCAR, you're going to have to pull off a lot of stuff if you want to get them to become real, true fans. Being in Chicago, in downtown Chicago, would be a great way to promote your sport. Promote across the city, letting you know that NASCAR is in town. Again, I can understand NASCAR making this decision, but I don't like the route they're going for. They're taking away a great racetrack that fans love, and the people of Wisconsin love NASCAR being in their town, to ditching off for a street course. It's high risk, very low reward, the way I view it. And I just think if NASCAR goes through this, it is a huge slap in the face to the people of Wisconsin and the people that love Road America, and a huge slap in the face to the people that want Chicagoland Speedway back. But that's all I gotta say. What do you think about this story? Tell me in the comment section down below. Until next time, my name is Jet. Thanks for watching.